Hello again, Porsche Files. We have another car coming in. This is from Porsche Mini Car Collection number 3, made by a brand called Kyosho. It cost less than $5 back in 2009. Let me let me focus on the box if you want to pause and decide which other cars you want to get for yourself. Okay, it came screwed to this base here, and then it was in this blister pack. And then in that box, there's a card. Yep, there it is. Hold on. So there are those other color choices. And usually there's a story in Japanese, which I cannot decipher. In 1955, that's probably the model this is either a 55 to a 59, because the later Speedsters had like teardrop taillights. Okay, so that's all I can really decipher from that card. So this was based off the 356 Coupe that originally came out, I believe, in 1948. It was designed by Erwin Komenda. It's a rear engine, rear wheel drive. Over 76,000 of these 356 series were made. They were powered by 1.3 up to 1.6 liter flat 4 cylinders. I think the strongest one might have had like 60 horsepower. But the things only weighed like 700 to 1,000 kilograms. So although they weren't fast, they probably felt fast for something in the 1950s. Okay. And then in 1954, Max Hoffman, the sole importer of Porsches to America, he convinced Porsche to build a stripped-down version, roadster version, which is basically the Speedster here, because it has this cut-down windscreen. Okay. Let's show this one here. Yeah, it's really hard to well, I guess you can see the black car, right? I generally avoid black, but I chose black for this time around because my friend had a replica of this car, and he let me drive it on the California coast once. It was made by a company called Thunder Ranch, which I believe is based in Southern California, like somewhere near San Diego. And it had, a tuned-out Volkswagen engine in the back. Or maybe it was a Porsche engine, I forget. But it was a cool little car. I wouldn't want to be in an accident with that thing. These things are really small in real life. But for definitely cruising around, it was a really cool car. A real head-turner. Alright, well, let's see what Kyosho did here. He's got these chromed out wheels here. A little black paint wash would be great, but this model, again, was less than $5. The tires don't want to move at all. This one's fine, but this one's locked in place for some reason. It's rubbing against something. So yeah, this black paint is glossy. We got some silver paint here in the bottom, that line there, and then there's a line running across the top. The door handle is sticking out, painted silver, so that's pretty well done. Looks like there's a depression right there too. Alright, the interior is just black molded plastic. But, that's just typical Kyosho. It's got some texture or something on there. This window here, it's got some, molded in wiper blades, and it's painted silver, so pretty nice. Going to the front, headlights look pretty good. I mean, you got clear lenses. This one's not put in vertically, but it's nice to see the little ribbing there, like old lights had. Okay, and then this is printed on, I think, all this silver, but it's well done. It looks like a vent. Porsche is well done. And then there's silver here. This little, I guess this is aluminum or some sort of metal piece on the hood. And the Porsche crest there. Okay, so, sorry, I'm getting my fingerprints all over this. Going to the bottom here. Yeah, it does say what the model is. We just don't know when it was made. So without the box, you really don't know how old this is. It is press fit together, and then decent enough details there. A little silver paint on the tiny exhaust tips. And the tires look period correct. I don't think a real car like this would have had very big tires, with only 60 horsepower in it. So, you know what's going on? I think, you can see how the body tapers here? This rear end is actually narrower than the front. I have a suspicion they're using the same width axle, and that's forcing these tires to rub up against the fender of the casting. So what it really needs is a narrower axle, But unfortunately, because it's not screwed together, I'm not going to go and bother with that. If it was screwed together, I'd fix it myself. Alright, so it looks like this bumper is a separate piece, and then it's got a little silver paint on it to represent that chrome work. And then, yeah, so this must be an early 356 because it's got two individual lights here, and then this third little thing I'm guessing is like a reflector. And then Porsche there, this little silver thing for the license plate light, no actual plate though. And then this looks like a separate piece painted silver, this little grill for the engine. Alright. So pleasantly, I don't think there's any paint problems on this guy. I think it's a flawless model. I'm just so used to Kyosho's having paint rash. So the only major flaw is that by design. This axle is too long. Look at that gap, right? It's definitely way too wide. So that's the only thing wrong if you guys decide to pick this up. If I wasn't going to give this to my friend, I'd probably, try to pick up a silver one. But even in black, I think it's pretty attractive. Okay, let me get the spin thing going, and we'll compare it to a couple other Porsches. It's really hard to see. Oh, there we go. Alright, so the first one we really have to look at is the 356 itself, and this is by Kyosho as well. One note about this one, though, as you can see, on this one, the rear axle is narrower than the front axle. Maybe a little too much. Right, so this one actually rolls alright. But for some reason, something went wrong with the Speedster. Another car from this era would be the Porsche 550 Spider. And sadly, that's the car that James Dean died in, racing around the roads of California, I think. I think he hit like a telephone pole or something. Okay. So that's it for the more classic ones. Well, I guess we'll just continue going. I have a Porsche 914. So we're getting a little more modern here. And here's a top view to show the size. That 550 is really small. Okay. So then we have this guy. These are all by Kyosho. This is the 911 Speedster, but I believe it's based off a 930, I think this is. Okay, next one would be the first Porsche Boxster. And then the last one I'll pull out is the more modern 911 Speedster. I believe it's the 997 series. Okay, so you can see the continual growth of vehicles. Granted, the 911 is a different class, I think. But even, the Boxster is quite large. And the 930 is a little bit larger. It makes sense over time. Okay, well, so if you like Porsches, if you like the Speedster, I think this model is still worth picking up, even though it's kind of dated now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, though, if you don't feel like paying the eBay prices that I did, sooner or later someone's got to make this model again. It's such an iconic vehicle, I think. I would actually like to see like a high-end resin version, that would be fantastic, I think. But even if like Mini GT or Inno 64 were to take this on, I'm sure they could do a better job than Kyosho did. You just gotta remember, this Kyosho was like $5, less than $5 when it was new. So even by today's standards, I think this is a pretty nice model for $5. It's definitely better than any Greenlight or Auto World, mainly because it doesn't have opening panels. If those brands could just get away from those opening panels and put in plastic headlights and taillights, they would be fantastic. Alright guys, I will see you guys the next time I get a Porsche into the collection. Thank you.